it's really chilly. I'm gonna put a hat on. Oh, the yard, the yard. Ah, always looks like this in the spring, all the crap from last winter. So hi, this is Lisa, and I'm giving you the first look at my project. Well, I don't know what to call the project, but a lot of changes will happen here this summer, and I'm letting Demi go without a leash because she's a good girl. Okay, this is my old veggie garden. I have to bring this back to life. And this is it. That's the tiny house. And I hope by the summer this will be ready to start taking guests. So let's walk around. This is the before video, pretty much. And last summer I put in a couple of trees and some perennials, but we're going to do a lot more than that. So, I'm going to get some big machines in here to level off the ground and add some loam. And we could plant grass all around here. So this should be lawn. A lot of this is going to be lawn. And hey, there's I call it my parents' house. My dad and I built that house in 1984. But now we have a very nice family living in there. Gonna have a baby this spring. I'm psyched about that. I had my second shot, so I'll be able to hold the baby when she comes. Now this is the area that's going to be a big perennial border right here. They're going to push a lot of this crap back, and so I'm imagining the border to be just along the edges here, just wrapping around. And this is the beginning of our water feature, which actually is quite stunning. We're going to get it all cleaned out. Going to put stone all around it and landscape it. I already put in a bunch of hosta and foxgloves. Going to put some more shade perennials. I love Ligularia. That's a big shade perennial. I love that stuff. Here's the back end of the tiny house. Let's walk around here. Well, we'll see if this equipment works. The tarp fell off of it because I'm an idiot. And haha, I'd like to get that stone moved to the side of the water feature so people can sit on it, but that's going to take, big machinery. This is the tree that the original bulldozer knocked over. We had the tiny house brought in. They had a bulldozer clear out of space for it. That's pretty much where all this crap came from, including that crap pile over there. I think that this will be the pathway. The cars will park over there, and that stone over there will be part of the pathway leading to the door of the tiny house. I'm not going to go in there yet. Maybe in the next entry I'll go into the tiny house. But that's the porch that my beautiful son built. The tiny house is built by a friend. I bought it from him last year. This all was supposed to be done last year, but this little thing called COVID happened. And there's Demi. She's being such a good girl. That's because there's no cars coming up down the driveway. I'd lose her if there were. This used to be my parents' big flower cutting garden back in the day. And that's my house, the house that Lindy built. So let's walk up the driveway to the other site. So for those of you who don't know me, I'm Lisa. I'm 60 years old. And I have 2 kids, Eli and Francie, who are wonderful, and Eli is married to Kayla, who is wonderful. And they're going to come up here this summer and help me out with the project, which still doesn't have a name. The patriarch of our little household is Lindy, and he died almost exactly 2 years ago. And that's really why all this is happening. I lost his income, but I gained some life insurance to invest in various things and basically get us through. I would have lost the house without it. And there's another view of my parents' house. My friends have sheep in there now, and they've got all kinds of gardens going on in the back. Last little bit of snow. Look at that. So the plan here is for a campsite. Sort of started out as a glamping site idea. So I bought that tent. I spent a lot of money on that tent. It's beautiful. And I just hope it's still beautiful, even though it's been sitting on the porch all winter. This is the platform where the sun, I keep saying sun, this greenhouse is going to live here. Oh my God, the rug has been out there. I thought it was in the tiny house. Shit. A lot of this stuff is destroyed because it was out all winter. Oh, and the center pole was out all winter. I didn't know that. Well, of course it was. Where else was it going to be? Oh, well, that's probably okay. So, yeah, this is going to be the kitchen dining room area. It's going to be all screened in. I have an enormous screen tent. Oh, and here's the floor. Ground cover. I haven't been up here since last summer, which explains why I'm encountering surprises. Come on, Demi! Demi, come on! Come on! Good girl! Look at, there she is. There's my girl. Demi, come! Alright, so we got this area here, which is just an open space. And I think what I'm going to do with the tent itself... Here she comes. Look at that. Come on, girl. Come on, Demi. What a good girl. Demi is my best friend. I got her May of last year. She's a pandemic puppy, but she was a rescue. She was a stray. She has issues, but she's basically a loving little girl. Isn't this pretty back here? Now this pile of brush over here, nobody knows why it's here. I asked everybody. Nobody knows. Nobody's owning up to putting it there. But at any rate, okay, so right back here is a kind of a level spot, which I can make more level with some work. And that's where the 16-foot diameter tent, Lotus Bell tent, is going to go. It's a beautiful tent, absolutely gorgeous. And there's a stone wall back there, which is, I think, the property line. And there's going to be a bathroom, an outhouse type thing somewhere back here. These are... And look, it's a beautiful view from up here. And in the summer, it's pretty well screened. Can't really see what's going on back here. That's why I thought it would be a good campsite. I think it's going to be really pretty. You know, there's going to be lots of seating and places to play and maybe badminton court and stuff like that. I think it's going to be a good little rental. For a shower for both sites, for the tiny house, the shower is going to be outside. Same thing for this one. It's going to be an outside shower with a heated propane on-demand shower. The tiny house has a homemade composting toilet. And I'm researching putting in a disposable toilet up here, which is the kind of thing they have in RVs. It's not really environmentally correct, but I don't think I'm going to have a chance to really dig in an outhouse before, with everything else that I need to do. Good girl! Good Demi! Oh, the daffodils are starting to come up. Look at this. This is the big daffodil area right here. Look at that. They're starting to come up. Just a little bit, and I'm walking on them, I think. So we have to remember not to build anything here because this is the big daffodil hill. And there's a sled that we used to push Eli down the hill with. Oh my goodness. So let's go down this way. Nice view of the tiny house from there. Le Petit Maison. Maybe that's what I'll call the project. Le Projet Le Petit Maison. So the plan is to bring electricity to the tiny house. That's going to happen soon. And I'm going to look into bringing water to it. If I don't bring water to it, I'll supply water, which should be okay, but I just want to find out how much the water would cost. My hand is really cold. I lost my selfie stick, or I'd be using it. And here is a lumber pile. Well, I don't know how interesting this has been, but it's been a little tour around the property, and I'd like to keep it up to date with everything that's going on. Oh, I have to show you something. You see a bed spring over here. This is the bed spring that used to be on the bunk beds that I shared with my sister back in the Bronx. And my dad used it to drag it behind the tractor to sort of level off the gardens. So it's really funny how you find my sort of crazy mixed up family history all over here. I dug up a pile, the machines dug up a pile over here, and we found a Buzz Lightyear. I don't know where that came from. I have no idea. I don't think I ever bought a Buzz Lightyear for my kids. So I don't know where that Buzz Lightyear came from. And there's oh, she's so happy. Look at how happy she is running around. Yes, what a good girl. Oh, she's so happy. So, okay, we're back at the water feature, which is going to be beautiful. And it makes such a pretty sound that I actually had it running most of last summer just because the sound of the waterfall was so pretty. Water comes out here, rattles down the stones. All these stones were brought in from our stone fence. Old, 100-year-old stone fence. And there's the house. And my neighbor's house. And there's the goose. You see the goose? That's my neighbor's goose. So I'll sign off now. I'll catch you when something happens that's worth documenting. This is Le Petit Maison de Jackson. And let's see, I can turn this around. No, I can't. I'll just turn the phone around. There's my face. And I'll see you next time. Thanks for listening.